Happy Halloween. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Elizabeth, it's August. Halloween is nowhere nearby. Which, you'd be right. But the thing about designers and the thing about people that have to work ahead for public consumption, you have to start planning really ahead of time. So people like fashion designers who do fall and winter collections, and people like my friend Darren who does haunted houses, I have to plan a little early if I want to do something for Halloween. This also gives me a chance to get in the mood with some candy corn and some jelly pumpkins. Don't come at me. I know some people don't like candy corn. I do. So I just mentioned his name, but I was approached by my good friend Darren to do a fashion show for his gallery for Halloween. So immediately I said yes. The thing is that I need 2 months to prepare for this crazy endeavor. What I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to attempt to do a virtual fashion show, have actual people in real life modeling these clothing that implement social distancing and have it online for people to view. I think I'm also going to try to do a live stream. But besides from that, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done a fashion show before. I've never done anything related to that. I mean, I've done lookbooks before, like my ghost lookbook, but that was way different, and that was only me and what I was comfortable with. If I did models, I would want to make sure that they were comfortable with what I was doing as well. So, I messaged a bunch of friends, all agreed and said yes to this. It needs to be creepy, scary factor for Halloween, not just going trick-or-treating in your Wonder Woman costume. So instead of doing it in I'll design the clothing, you wear it sort of way, I wanted it to be something the models felt comfortable in. They're not people that do modeling for a living or have ever done it before necessarily. I just wanted to make sure they felt super comfortable in these costumes. So I asked my models what they feel comfortable in daily wear, what their limits are, and what styles they usually wear in their daily life. In addition to that, I asked them to create mood boards for what Halloween means to them. Oh my gosh, my boba tea is here. That's the good stuff. So, now to design it. The first of these designs is Jackie's, and these are her 2 wonderful mood boards that she created. Jackie tells me that she is definitely on the antique spooky side of the spectrum versus modern horror, leaning toward the Strega/Dark Mori vibe, describing her general style as goth goblin farm wife. What a witchy style, so out of the ordinary. Of course, this witch is never questioned, and those who have been leading the witch hunts in neighboring cities have never come to her village. She says that they never will, and you begin to wonder why she is so certain. Next, we have my photographer, Shay. This is the lovely mood board that she created, very bright, very pastel. She is a bit on the softer side. She enjoys 80s fashion and, of course, pastels. Halloween is a time that I can dress up and put on lots of weird makeup, and it's okay, she says. It's socially acceptable to be weird and different. Her mood board featured a lot of adorable skeletons, and I wondered what it would look like to turn her into a skeletal ghost, decayed and wispy, floating through the physical and spiritual worlds. Sometimes you would see the girl in the corner of your eye, and she was always silent, and the moment you turned to look, she was gone. Next, we have Simone. I asked Simone if she had a favorite era that I could incorporate, and she quickly told me that she loves both Victorian and Edwardian fashions. Halloween is a season of mystery and facing our own mortal fears of the unknown, she tells me. I would describe my style as dark nostalgia. I feel most comfortable wrapped up like a mystery in fabrics and fashions hinting at the past. Clothing you'd see a spirit wear as she passes you on the staircase on a dark and stormy night. And that is exactly where you see her. The only sound is the rolls of thunder outside, rain pattering against the stained glass. She's holding the railing, seeming to look right through you. Is she a ghost, you wonder? And as quickly as she appeared, she is gone. Next up, we have Ramona, who, from her mood board, seems to have a very bloody idea of Halloween. To quote her exact words, "Halloween to me is a very comforting and fun holiday. For many years in my childhood, Halloween was banned in my house. Now that I'm an adult, the holiday basically represents many of the things I missed out on as a child. The candy is also nice, but for me, it's a fun time to dress up, be silly, and hang out with the friends that you love and cherish." Ramona has a fondness for the androgynous style, and I capitalized on this with the idea of a mysterious vampire that coaxes you into their strange and cold castle on the hill. "Come in," they would whisper, taking your hand and leading you into the dark halls of the unknown. Next, we have a very good friend of mine, Antonia. In her own words, Halloween is to Antonia as what Christmas is to everyone else, with a love for psychedelic horror and a birthday on All Hallows Eve. This left-handed girl is every Catholic's worst nightmare. To say Halloween is a state of mind is to downplay how much the crisp night of every witching hour rings through her bones. And the candy is nice too. Ultimately, their costume fits the archetype of demon. With very rebellious and dark elements, a strange figure stands under the street lamp, drinking some dark liquid that seems to refill itself. She calmly ponders the raging fire from the building down the street, flashing red and blue lights. I would like to introduce you to Ray. This is the lovely fall mood board that she created. And she tells me, "I rarely wear pants. It's always skirts and dresses, lots of baggy sweaters and long socks. I think the only thing I wouldn't like to wear is a lot of black. Never been my color. I'm comfortable with pretty much anything, honestly." Considering her style and mood board, I asked her how she felt about creepy dolls. She loved the idea, and so I ran with it. She had been to many places exchanged from one unfortunate person to another, cursing every life she touched. She didn't mean it, though. It wasn't her fault that she was trapped inside the porcelain. Just like most of my models, Halloween is Rosie's favorite holiday. She went on to describe to me how open it is to be interpreted, making it easy for artists and creatives alike. It's always brought out the most creativity in me personally, she writes. My style is pretty simple, though I'd wear pretty much anything as long as it doesn't show off too much. I do like big hair, though. Big hair and pushing creativity's boundaries, I can work with that. She had been considering the possibility that she was dead. But what did it matter? She was still here, and she would continue to seek revenge on those who wronged her. Not even death could stop her. Now, this is only the beginning of this incredible journey into saving Halloween. Now, I can't do it single-handedly, but I'll do my part to help. The full fashion show will come out on Friday, October 2nd, and until then, subscribe and you can enjoy this wonderful adventure with me. Until then, stay safe.